Here we're showing the ability to edit a particular cell in a pivot grid. So we've got our grid data pivoted here, and we can click on a particular item. It can be a click or double click, it doesn't matter, and that'll pull up a UX. And what we've done here is we've got a lot of data here that we can work with. We don't have a primary key from the reservations table because it doesn't exist. It doesn't make sense in this particular case. So we've got a date, we've got the name of the person, and we've got a couple of other pieces of information for specifics about where they're staying. So we can use all that information in a SQL select statement to get at the actual data. So that pulls up the record. Behind the scenes, we went and got our primary key, which is 5 in this case, and we can make a change here if we want. And we can submit it, and then when we close out the UX, our information gets updated. So there's a number of different ways that you could go about doing this. If you just wanted to change a date or a name, you could click on this and have a smaller box pop up, and then when that goes away, you could do all the submissions behind the scenes as well. So it's just to show that we can get at the data rather easily. And it's really just a series of select statements, and then pulling that into, we're just opening up a UX component using the actions to do that. Thanks for having a look. In this video, we're having a look at how we can edit pivot data by using a UX component. So here we have our table pivoted, and the onClick event here is set to open up a UX component. Now behind the scenes, what we're actually doing is we're grabbing a lot of information from this grid. So we're grabbing the person's name, the date that they're registered in, and the room and area that they're registered in as well. So it depends on what kind of information you have in your table, but we can pretty much grab anything here. The only thing we don't have here is a primary key into the reservations table because it just doesn't quite make sense. We don't really have a place for it in a pivoted grid at this point. But we're using all the other information available to us to put together a SQL statement and then go after that particular data. And so we'll click here, UX opens up, and we can change a date and submit it, and that'll be updated. Or we could change a room. We could go into 305, submit, close, and we'll see 304 was the only record for this particular one. So if we went and changed that back, we'd see 304 pop up again. Submit and close. There's 304 back again. So we can add records, we can delete individuals, and if they're the only ones in that particular room, nobody else, for the series of dates that we're looking at, then the entire row will disappear, which is really kind of nice. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.